decided. The entire purpose of government, the entire reason why we have any form of government whatsoever, is to safeguard the rights of its citizens. Life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness, the Bill of Rights, et al. That's us, right here. And so what the Ninth Circuit says is that your right to not be raped as a woman by the roaming Muslim hordes that are currently terrorizing Europe, your right as a woman to be free from being raped or from being murdered, does not trump a foreign national's right to come here, because we might hurt their feelings or lose potential Democrat voters, and we wouldn't want that, would we? What you're seeing right now, dear friends, is a hyperpolarization in the United States between people who love the Constitution and between people who want to destroy it, namely the left and Islam. What an odd alignment in the stars. How is it that people who are so vehemently against any form of religion or belief system can somehow align with a belief system that is as barbaric and archaic as you could think of in all the science fiction novels a person could write? What is the commonality? Both Islam and the left see people as cattle to be subjugated under the thumb of tyranny. With the left, it is the government. And with Islam, it is a theocracy under their false god. So the two of them get together because the common goal is to destroy the constitutional republic that we have here in the United States. A civil war. Let me ask you a series of questions, friends. Do we have currently, right now, at least two factions vying for the same government? Yes or no? Is one of those factions actively seeking to install a fundamentally different type of government than what currently exists? Yes or no? Yes or no? Do we have intermixed in the population people with vastly, polarly different belief systems side by side who hate each other to the point where they're willing to enact physical violence on each other? What you're seeing right now is the beginning of a nasty cycle, one that has repeated all too familiarly throughout history. The average American, right now, I'm not talking about the little hipsters in their socialist enclaves of city-states, Chicago, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Portland, New York. I'm not talking about them, even though I know that there are some conservatives who, God bless them, behind enemy lines who are watching this right now are sitting there with their heads in their hands like, oh God, how can I get out of here? These people have a fundamentally different view of what life is like and what it should be like, and you can tell it by the way that they talk, in which tense they speak. The leftists view the world in abstractions. Oh, we should do this. If the world could be this way, if only it would be this way. And the people who work for a living see concrete reality. We live in a world of physical being. The left and their alliance with Islam is fundamentally seeking to dismantle and destroy the freedoms that we have. And we are getting pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed. And I don't know if you people understand this out there in the left coast, and please don't take this the wrong way. I get that there are those of you who are oppressed, but for heaven's sake, there are more people who showed up to riot at Milo's event than signatures collected to put a stay on the new California gun bill. Think about that for a minute, okay? Before people go and get all upset about people like me who live in a free state, thank God the state of Tennessee has a decent legislature. Before you guys get all upset at people like me, I want you to put the mirror and look at yourself, okay? Like, look right there for the source of your problems. Until your legislatures and your state and federal representatives locally are more terrified of coming to work to defy the Constitution than collecting their paycheck, you're going to continue to hold out your arms to be enslaved. But for those of us who live in free states, for those of us who live in the states of Tennessee, Kentucky, Wyoming, Idaho, Arkansas, and really rural areas, we are tired of being frog marched to the edge of a cliff, just waiting and waiting for the left to wake up. They're not going to wake up, friends. They're not going to wake up. And increasingly, we are finding that they are willing to put actions behind their rhetoric, just like their Bolshevik forebears. And we need to be prepared to resist them. I would submit to you that what we are about to enter as a nation will make the 60s look like a birthday party for 4-year-olds. Even before the elections, for those of you who followed me for any amount of time, even before the elections, I've been telling people, and it's not like I'm some sort of soothsayer, like I'm just a mild student of history and happen to be the sweetheart of somebody who's got almost a doctorate in it. Prior to the presidential election, I was telling people, listen, the Donald is not the savior, okay? No president is going to unify a fractured country. We have a fundamentally divided electorate. And until these people in the cities and in the left coast wake the hell up out of their stupor, which they're not going to, they're not, that would require honest intellectual assessment, which they are incapable of. Until that happens, we're going to continue to slide. And we're going to continue to butt heads with people. And they are going to continue to become more and more emboldened. Until they mess with the wrong people. It takes one person, the wrong person, getting attacked for wearing a Trump hat or American flag t-shirt. One person getting attacked to set this thing off. Just one. Our nation increasingly looks like a bad marriage. Like two people who go to a counselor who will sit on opposite sides of the couch and not even look at each other. That's who we are. That's who we are right now. But I would submit to you, this isn't because of simple incompatibilities. This is irreconcilable differences secondary to abuse. Your friendly neighborhood leftist is supporting people who are abusing you.